now going to do a little technique that helps to mobilise a bone called the temporal bone, which is this bone that you can see here drawn in the black line, which is the bone basically on the side of the head that the ear canal sits in. This bone joins with another bone called the occiput, and there's a little hole in between these two bones where important nerves come out from, which feed a lot of things in the body, the digestive system, the breathing system, and it's called the vagus nerve. So as we start to mobilise this joint, it can actually help to take pressure off the vagus nerve, which can help things like digestion, breathing, a whole host of things in the body, and also help to take pressure off the muscles in the upper part of the neck as well. So we're just going to very gently go to the ear, and basically just going to get hold of the ear and then just pull it very gently downwards. We're going to do 3 different directions, but firstly we're going to pull very gently downwards on the ear. Again, not a hard pressure, you're working with a delicate area there, so just a very gentle pull downwards on the ear just for a couple of seconds, then get hold of the middle of the ear and we're going to pull it back over very gently backwards on the ear, and then we're just going to get hold of the top of the ear and then we're going to pull it very gently upwards as well, and just for a few seconds on each of those. This just helps to very gently mobilise this temporal bone, which, as I say, can take pressure off some very important nerves which feed the upper neck muscles and also lots of systems in the body, and help to improve our overall health and wellness. So just doing that on one side and then doing that on the opposite side as well, just with the 3 directions, pulling very gently upwards, very gently backwards and very gently downwards. We do this technique in the clinic on a regular basis to help to mobilise this joint, as it's very important, and we haven't pulled an ear off yet. So just be very gentle with this technique, but it can be very effective for helping to mobilise the temporal bone and taking the pressure off specifically the vagus nerve, but the 2 other nerves that also come out underneath in between the occiput and the temporal bone. We're now going to look at a reflex point in the hand which actually relates to the muscles in the neck and is very effective for relaxing the muscles in the neck and realigning this joint at the top where the head meets the neck. So we're just going to go to the base of the little finger, and if you just make a light fist, you'll see a little line that comes up in the hand, and literally just at the end of that line, that's where the point is. So if you just rub it there for around 15 to 20 seconds, and then just relax, and then do that on the opposite side as well. If you find it difficult getting pressure onto this area because it's a small surface area, you can also use a ball, such as a tennis ball or a foam ball, and just gently roll the hand over the ball. So you just be rolling right down the outside of the hand there. That helps to stimulate the pressure point in exactly the same way. Just roll the ball there around 3 to 4 times up and down. We're now just going to do a technique which is known as an isometric exercise, which helps to reset the postural muscles at the front, the back and the sides of the neck to help to reposition the head and help to very gently balance this occipital-anterior joint where the head meets the neck. So to start off with, we're going to just put the neck into a neutral position by firstly just very gently extending the head by just keeping the shoulders where they are and taking the head up as far as feels comfortable, and then we're just going to very gently tuck the neck, tuck the chin very slightly downwards, and that puts the neck into a neutral position. Now we're just going to take both of the hands and put them on the forehead, and then we're just going to very gently press forward with the head, but then the hands are going to stop any movement from taking place. So we're using an opposing force of the head pressing forward and the hands pressing backwards to stop any movement taking place. So we're just going to hold that for around 6 to 8 seconds and then just relax, and then we're going to repeat that again. So we're doing each one 2 times. So then we're just going to do the same thing again, making sure the neck's in a neutral position and then applying the pressure for around 6 to 8 seconds, but no movement is taking place. As I say, this just helps to reset the postural muscles at the front of the neck. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the back of the neck, but using the opposing forces. So first one just takes her hands and puts them on the back of her head, and we're going to, again, making sure that the neck is in a neutral position, so extending the head up, tucking the chin very gently down, and then we're just going to use the opposite forces to that. So we're going to press the head very gently back over, but the hands are going to be there to stop any movement taking place. So it doesn't have to be a big pressure, just enough to feel the muscles start to work, to kick in, and hold that for around 6 to 8 seconds, and then just relax, and then repeat that process again. So we're doing this one the same as the previous one 2 times or 2 repetitions. So just holding that for 6 to 8 seconds, and this helps to switch the postural muscles on at the back of the neck, which help to support the neck and keep it in this neutral position. Then we're going to do the same thing with the muscles on the side. So we're going to put one hand on the side of the head, making sure the neck's in a neutral position. And the movement now is, we would be moving the head to the side, but the hand is going to be there to stop it. And this helps to stimulate or switch on the postural muscles at the side of the neck. So just holding that for 6 to 8 seconds. Just has to be a very gentle pressure, just enough so we feel the muscles start to kick in, and then just relax. And then we're going to repeat that again. So this very good for helping to reset the postural tone of the muscles to hold the head in the neutral position and very gently realign the vertebra of the neck. Then we're going to do the same on the opposite side, which is working on the muscles on the opposite side of the neck, which is supportive to the vertebra there. Same thing again, around 6 to 8 seconds, just a very gentle pressure, the hand stopping the movement so no movement's taking place, and that just very gently helps to reset the postural tension of the muscles from the front, the sides and the back of the neck to help to reset the position of the occipital lanteal joint and the position of the head.